Hello, Power BI Anti-Money Laundering and KYC Compliance Dashboard. In today's video, we will dive into analyzing our data for creating a report related to the anti-money laundering and KYC. Most of the games or other applications that utilize lottery tickets or gambling, they allow their customers to transact amount using online platforms. So to avoid anti-money laundering practices, they try to analyze the data and try to restrict such activities. How they do it, we will analyze in this video.
It will be a complete guide including every steps, from importing real-world AML data from a CSV file, all the way to creating powerful visuals that help detect high-risk customers and suspicious transactions. If you're working in compliance, fraud detection, or financial analytics, or you're simply learning how to analyze financial crime data in Power BI, then you're in the right place. We'll also explain how this dashboard supports anti-money laundering and know your customer workflows, making it an essential part of financial crime compliance and regulatory reporting. This dataset includes around 10,000 records with fields like customer ID, country, transaction type, transaction amount, risk level, account age, and registration date. These fields are common in banking and fintech compliance environments. This data simulates real-life scenarios, such as suspicious high-value transactions, structuring behavior, and transactions coming from high-risk jurisdictions. Once you open Power BI, go to Get Data, select text/CSV, and import the file. Power BI will automatically detect column types, but always double-check that fields like transaction amount are in decimal format, and dates like registration date are correctly parsed. Once imported, load the data to the data model.
First of all, let's see our data. It is very basic project. In this data, we have customer ID, customer name, date of birth. These all customers are just imaginary customers, and the data is acquired from ChatGPT for analysis purposes. To tell you about it, date of birth and address, country, and source of funds, their transaction ID, transaction amount, transaction date, transaction type, like it was jackpot claim or price claim, scratch card purchase, something like that. Then risk score. Risk score has been assigned to these transactions. How the risk score are assigned? Based on these practices, whether the person is politically exposed person, considered very high risk, then multiple claims, transaction structuring or layering behavior moderate to high, then high transaction volume, especially unusual for profile moderate. So we will assign it a moderate profile for as respect to their risk score. Then high risk countries, inconsistent KYC data like mismatched date of birth, address, ID, these are considered moderate. Then rapid account creation means the account age is not very old, means the very newly created account. So based on these practices, we will assign them the risk score. So after this, we will import our data in Power BI, and here is our data. After performing some analysis, we will analyze that we need some more details, like we will require risk level. Risk level means we will assign a risk score based on the risk score. We will assign them risk level. Like if the risk score is greater than 80, we will call them high risk. If the risk score is equal to 50 or in range of 50 to 80, we will call them medium risk. Otherwise, they are low risk. So based on these criteria, we will assign them risk level. So in our report, we first created count of customer ID, 10 customers total we have in this data. Then suspicious alerts. How I created the suspicious alert? Let me show you. Suspicious alert was based on if the transaction amount is greater than 10 and the risk is very high, we will call them high risk customers. And total 2000 customers are high risk based on this criteria. This is on the risk suspicious alerts. Then on average of transactions, average transaction out of total transaction is 24k, means the 24k is our average transaction. Then we have categorization of count of customer ID by risk level. Low risk customer are 4.9k, medium risk 2.9, and high risk 2.1k. This is a simple graph, simple bar chart graph for categorization of customers based on their risk level. And then here we have a table for transaction type and sum of transaction amount. In casino cash out, we have this amount. Then lottery jackpot, this is categorization of sum of amount based on transaction type. If you want to see more transaction type, we have here another categorization or the explanation of transaction type. Here in this pie chart, we can see that lottery small price claim is 1.29k, or almost 13% of total transaction. Then suspicious structuring activity, online lottery ticket purchase. These are different type of transaction types, and in this out of total, they have been percentile against total. So count of customer ID is 10. We know that. Then in next we have table for customer ID and their risk base. We can categorize them on based sort them based on their risk score or transaction type or risk level. If I just do it on a sort of descending order, the high risk will be on top. High risk are these are our high risk customers. These are Fisher, Kimberley, Conway. These are high risk customers. Then in next, the same has been categorized for the high risk customers to categorize them or to get the top high risk customers only. Then anomaly heat map. It is very important analysis in this whole episode. Like we have over here. Let me show you that how I acquired this from a here. Yeah, in rows we have country. In columns we have transaction type, and in values we have sum of transactions. We have sum of transactions in values. So after this, what we get, let me show you. It will tell us that which countries have high risk transactions or high value transaction based on, like in cash out we have Antarctica for 34,313, that is marked as red, high risk. So it is a heat map to make it very easy to analyze which countries stand where based on what transaction type. Then we have timeline for transactions and count of customer ID by year. Then in suspicious alerts, we have 2K total suspicious transactions. So this is a basic dashboard. We can modify it more furthermore.